Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Finding Happiness. Thank you for coming. Thank you, my friend. Arabelle, wonderful to see you. I have not seen you in forever, my friend. How are you? And have you been out to the island lately? Welcome, Sassy Ices Tarlets. Welcome, welcome. Well, you know what? This is my second time in one day being on live stream. And Finding Happiness, you were in my earlier live stream, right? Today? I think you were, unless it was last night. I'm a little confused. Oh, thank you, Arabelle. Thank you so much, my beautiful, beautiful friend. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. And Layla and Mia, welcome, welcome, Arnie. It's great to see you. Thank you, Arnie, for coming. Well, my Nana, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. You know, when you lose somebody you love, it's terrible. I am so sorry, Arabelle, for your loss. I am. I am. Mm. Welcome, Natasha, and welcome, Ferdzie. Welcome, welcome. Arnie, is Brenda coming on tonight? I did not see her on, so I decided to go ahead and come on. I try not to come on the same time as Brenda if possible. So I didn't see her on, so I came on. Well, this is my second time, as I said, and I thought about it and I thought, well, you know what? I've already been on, but I'm trying to regain my schedule back. And today I had a major exam, a midterm exam. As you all know, I'm 64 years old. I go to college full time. And yeah, Arnie, I don't know where she is. She did show up on my live today for a few moments, and I invited her up, but she said she was busy. I'm not sure what she was doing, um, but normally she gives notice that she's going to be on, Arnie. So I'm not sure. So today I basically, I went out for my 5 mile run. I came back. I did my college work. I had my midterm exam in one of my classes, and it was very, very hard. And it was a several-hour one. And fortunately, my professors are letting me do my college work here at home. Welcome, Leandra. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. Welcome, Dionich. Welcome, welcome. And so, you know, I'm very fortunate because my college is an hour and a half away, and it's a long drive, and it's back roads. And plus, with all that's going on, I really didn't want to, I did it in the beginning, and I asked him if I could go ahead. Thank you, Stacey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I did take the test. I don't know what my results are yet, and it was a very hard test. And but you have to do it with webcam. So I did it in the kitchen at my other computer. I had the webcam set up because they have a proctor, somebody on the other end that watches you the whole time you're taking it. Hey, Jaylyn, welcome, welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming back. Thank you. And Dory, welcome, welcome, my friend. Thank you. You know, let me give you a blue wrench there. So I took the test, and then after I took the test, I did a live. I've been kind of out of the loop for a couple months, not doing any lives. I just do my content. And so basically I came back on, and so my husband and he came home tonight. I said, let's go to dinner. So believe it or not, my favorite restaurants are bars. I love bar food because they tend to have the best food. So we have kind of a biker bar here, and it's in another town nearby because we live in an old people's golfing community. So all the restaurants are really expensive and, old people's. But this other town nearby has a biker bar. And so we went there. And oh my gosh, now I'm vegan, so I normally don't eat meat, but when I go out, I let myself have what I want. So we just had, it was wonderful. It was so wonderful. And so we had a wonderful, wonderful time. And then I got back home, and my husband, he went to bed because he has to be up early in the morning. And my other son just got home from work. My other son fell asleep earlier, and my daughter went home to her apartment. So it's like, I said, why not? I'll just do a second one. An old lady with an attitude, right? Um, Let me get my glasses on here. Um, yes, finding happiness, you know what? It's an amazing journey being vegan. One thing though, I've had to do, oh, thank you, Sassy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, one thing I've had to do though with my vegan is when I first went vegan, I really missed meat. And so I would buy all the Franken foods, you know, the processed meats that taste like meat, and some of them are really good. Like the Impossible is fantastic. I can't tell the difference. Hey, Boss Andrew. Oh, you are so good. Thank you so much, you and Arabelle, for sharing me out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you don't have Boss Andrew or Arabelle, I have great channels in here. Dory Colbins, Jay Lynn, Stacey, Leandra, Finding Happiness in All That You Do, Layla and Mia. I have so many great channels and more and more. If I missed your name, I'll call you later. um, oh, okay, Arnie. I hope you're doing okay. I know, you know, you went through your health issue and everything, and you're back on your feet now, you know. And well, you know, when I say Brenda's not on, you know, I used to go on when Brenda was not on, and but then I hadn't been doing any lives for about 2 months. And then I saw that she wasn't on again tonight, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and go on. And you know, you know, I'm tired tonight. I'm worn out. I'm tired from the tests and everything, but you know, it's okay. Um, yes, Vanessa, welcome, welcome, my friend. Let me give you a blue wrench, my friend. Thank you for coming, Vanessa. We love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome, Martin Midlife. Hey. Oh, I'm so glad that Martin Midlife, you got to have their channel. You know, they went from in like a month from 900 subscribers to like over 10,000. I mean, wow. That's Martin Midlife. You definitely want to get on that channel. Yoshi, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Shangy Girl, I haven't seen you forever. Wow, 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 wow. Let me give you a blue wrench there. So yeah, so we went to dinner. I mean, it was a wonderful day. Annaline, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Shangy. Thank you. And but I have to tell you tonight, I am worn out. Totally, absolutely worn out. And so while we were sitting, my husband had to run into the store on our way to the restaurant. Moments with Vanessa, thank you for coming, my friend. Thank you. I have such great channels in here. You know, I really, you know, I do. I have great, awesome channels. Okay. I have great people that come in here. And if they're not great, they don't last long because they don't want to be here then because they have to become nice. And if they don't want to become nice, they have to go away, you know. And usually they end up being nice. You know, we used to have trolls all the time. Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you remember my trolls. I used to get the trolls, the ones that tried to porn my channel. One night we got porned. Oh my gosh. I had to take down the whole stream. It was awful. So now that's why I'm really careful who I bring up. I have to kind of know people in order to bring them up. I'm doing great, Vanessa. I really am. I'm doing great. Um, you know, we went to dinner. We had a great dinner. You know, we went for bar food. We went out to our favorite biker bar. My husband has a motorcycle, so we went out to our favorite biker bar, and then you know I did that hard test though. I don't even know. You know, here I am, 64 years old, full-time college student. I take almost 20 hours of college credit hours, which 12 is normal. So I'm more than full-time. Very hard classes. I'm making straight A's. At least I was last semester. I don't know about this semester, but I think I am. Um, okay, Vanessa. So where are you at overseas? Oh, you're in London. London. Wow, I love London. It's so beautiful. So I've been to London. I actually walked all over London with my husband. We walked from one end to the other. You know, Martin Midlife, I love bar food. I mean, when we go to Tybee Island, which is where we have our beach home, which is used to be our regular home. I mean, it was our full-time regular home for years when our kids were babies. And when we go there, we have our favorite bars and we go get bar food. I mean, we've got some great bar food on Tybee Island. Even though it's only a 2-mile island, it's got the best bar food. I think because no one can go off the island, so they expect good bar food. Yeah, Vanessa and Vanessa. And do you know what's ironic? Both Vanessas tend to come on the same live stream. Isn't that something? And both Vanessas are amazing and wonderful people. Isn't that amazing? So I love that. I love that. And so, old lady with an attitude. Let's talk about getting some attitude in our life. Okay. You know, I was sitting out while my husband ran into the store tonight on our way to the restaurant, and I watched this woman come through the parking lot, and she had an attitude. You know, and maybe not quite the kind of attitude I would want, because I don't want that kind of attitude. But it got me to thinking, I'm your welcome, welcome, my friend, welcome. So she had a attitude. Let me get you on there. I can't catch you. There you go. So, no beard papa, welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. If I can catch you, I have to catch you there because it moves so quickly. So she had an attitude, and even though I didn't quite like her attitude, I thought about it, and I thought, you know, there's a good attitude. You know, get some attitude over, you know, over the age of 60. You know, yeah, it depends on which part. Yeah, it's just like that with anywhere, though. You know, it really is. It's like that with anywhere, Vanessa. And so I really got to thinking about, I'm an old lady with an attitude. I really do. I have a great attitude, but I've got an attitude. You know, you see me in person, I've got an attitude. Alex, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yeah, I have, you know, I believe in feeling confident, but not arrogant. Never arrogant. Arrogance is insecurity trying to hide. You know that. Pine in Tokyo. Welcome, welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench there, my friend. Thank you for coming. You know, arrogance is not confidence. It's insecurity trying to hide. GV, welcome. Wonderful to see you, my beautiful, beautiful, supportive friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Robert Mack in Asia. He's got amazing videos. If you want some great, great videos, travel videos, all kinds of wonderful videos, go to Robert Mack. Okay, you'll love his channel. And so, you know, I believe in carrying yourself with confidence. Oh, John, John, I have no idea. I have no idea. Um, anyhow, I, you know, this is the thing is that for me, I believe that, you know, keeping an attitude about yourself, keeping confidence about yourself without being arrogant. You know, not confident people are really nice people, but they're not pushovers. And one of the things is when you're nice, sometimes people think that you're a pushover, but immediately they know that I'm not. And so, you know, you know, they know I'm not. Oh, Vanessa, I've already been through that. I went through that quite a few years back. Um, thank you, Robert. Thank you, thank you. You know, if you have health, you're rich. Let me tell you, if you have your health, you are rich. Okay, I don't care if you don't have $5 in your pocket. You are rich if you've got your health, because when you don't have your health, nothing else much looks good. Lady M. Sullivan, welcome, my friend. Wonderful channel. If you want to grow your channel, Lady M. Sullivan, you definitely want to go there. Okay, Kumer, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. So this is the thing is you never want to be arrogant, because arrogant is just, it's really stupid. I did a video today. I haven't put it up yet. I'm going to put it up, called How to Deal with Rude People. Now, I've done a lot of videos on rude people, but you know, rude people it's nothing about you. When someone is rude, it's not about you. It's about them. Okay. It's not about you. You haven't done anything to deserve rudeness. Okay. Even if you did something, rudeness is not the way a confident person handles other people. Okay. So if someone's rude, it's not about you, it's about them. Okay. And so, you know, I've had some pretty good role models. and I am a great role model, by the way. But I've had some pretty good role models in my life. And one of them was a woman I called Aunt Pat. She wasn't my real aunt, but she was like an aunt. She was a family friend who was part of our family, pretty much. She was from Texas. She lived in Texas, and I used to go down and stay with her. I actually kind of lived with her for a while. And she if someone was rude to her, or if someone said something that wasn't nice, or they said something that was inappropriate or she disagreed with, very rarely did she ever acknowledge it. What she did is she would say, "Do tell. I'll think on it." And then she'd never really think on it, or she'd say, "I'll get back to you on it," and she'd never get back to you on it. You know what I'm saying? And so she had this great way of handling things. So how I was in a little situation where somebody had made a comment in social media to two of my other friends. And the other friends were being really, really polite. And I know all these people. This is the touchy part of it. I actually know them all in person. And I stayed out of it. I stayed out of it. I could have said, because it was you know, I could have said something, but I didn't, because I like the person, and I know the person who was not being really nice at the moment, in my opinion. And it's my opinion, and I think it was the opinion of the other people in there too. And I just felt it was something, they were being that way because people are not rude or not nice when they feel good about themselves. It's something within them, and often they're looking for someone to be rude to because they want to get it out of them. You know what I'm saying? So it really isn't about the person they're being rude to, although we don't want to have someone be rude to us. But for me, the best way I handle it is I ignore them. I do. I ignore them. Usually. Not always, but usually. Sometimes I'll address the issue. It just depends. Parapa, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So yeah. So, but when you have an attitude, you want to have a good, positive attitude. Okay, you want other people to feel good around you, because if people don't feel good around you, they're not going to come back. They're not going to come back. I'm doing good, Parapa. I really am. Life is good. I have no complaints. No complaints. As long as I have my health, I'm rich. People, over the age of 60, we count our richness by not our bank account, but how healthy we are. We count it by how healthy we are. Life is very different over 60. Thaddeus, welcome, welcome. Yep, I agree, Arnie. Just ignore. Ignoring is the smart way. That's what I do. That's what I do. But yeah, I count my riches in how healthy I am. That's how I count my riches, because when you don't feel good, it's very, very tough. It really is. It's just tough, and you can't enjoy too much of anything when you don't feel good. You really can't. I drink coffee with a straw. I do. I drink coffee with a straw because it keeps my teeth white. Because the coffee doesn't touch the teeth when you drink it with a straw. So that's how I keep my teeth so white. Yeah, that's how I do it. So yeah, it was a busy, busy, busy day, but all good, all good, all good. And so now I think tonight, after I get off of here, I'm going to take a nice bubble bath and do little things around here, because I get so caught up in my college work. I'm so busy, and I'm an artist, and I don't even have to leave the house to be extremely busy. And then I go for my 5 miles every day, either a walk or a run or a combination. And so I stay busy. I don't have to leave because I'm just too busy. Someone said, "Well, we haven't seen you in a long time." And I said, "Well, you know why? Because I'm so busy. I can't get to a lot of places now because of my schooling, because I spend maybe 10, 14 hours some day behind the books. So, I can't always be out there. But you know what? You're never too old to learn. You're never too old to enjoy your life. And you're never too old to be healthy. And so people over 60 really do have a lot of different things that they deal with. And one of them is health. So that's why I talk about health. Health is number one with me. You have health, you've got wealth. You know, next in line are the people that you love, the people that you love, and your health, you've got it made. You've got it made. You've got everything. You don't have to have a new car. You can walk. If you've got health, you can walk. I walk everywhere. When I say that we walked all over London now, that was 30 years ago. But a couple years ago, I walked all over New York City. I mean, from one end to, well, it was Manhattan, that from one end to the other, all over. So I went from the Empire State Building over to Wall Street, over here, over there. I walked everywhere. I'm a walker. I've always walked. I've always exercised, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And so just take care of you. Take care of you. I was talking to somebody today and I said, just take care of your health, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your relationships. But you know what? And enjoy today. We're only promised today. None of us are promised next year. We're not. And I mean, at 64 years old, I've had friends. I had a high school friend about a year ago who just got sick like on a Thursday and she was gone on a Tuesday. I mean, she was somebody I thought would be 100 years old. I never would have I've ever guessed. Yeah, I stay away from negative people. I like positive people. I'm a positive person. I mean, that's who I am. Have I dealt with, of course we all deal with issues. We don't always feel on top of the world. That's normal. But you want to have people in your life that are going to lift you up. Lift you up. It's important to build your support system, whether it's an in-person support system or whether it's an internet support system. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to give advice or suggestions or information. I'm just here to be inspiring for other people to find their own best life. That's all. That's all I do is I look for, I try to find and try to help people just, find the goodness in their life. Because there's goodness in all of our lives, goodness in all of our lives. And you just want to find the goodness in your life. That's what you want to do, find the goodness. And stay focused on the good things in your life. And like I said, people get so caught up into stuff that is stupid, in my opinion. If you have your health and you have people that you love, even you're so blessed. And if you can't find the right people in your in-person life, then get online. There's a zillion people that can be right for your life. And I mean, I have wonderful channels I go to that are inspiring and uplifting. And one of my friends, Undel, Unndel, she's fantastic. Oh my gosh, if you don't have her, you will love her. Hey, WW Love, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. And, Norgasar is another one. Wonderful. Carla and Friends. You go for coffee in the morning with her. She's usually on about 8:30 in the morning. Carla and Friends. Norgasar is on about the same time, sometimes a little later now. She's a grandma channel. You go there if you have an ailment and don't feel so good. You can go there and share it all. Brenda Land. Brenda Land is amazing. She has a very grandma channel like me. She's more of a grow your channel type person, but she's wonderful. Yes, we all have goodness in our lives. Yes, we are blessed just to be here, especially at this time. Absolutely. Absolutely, Martin Midlife Misadventures. I love your channel. I do. I love to come over there and just hear the two of you talk. I love it. I just love your channel. I do. I come over there. I save my favorite channels for late at night after I've done my comments and I'm not ready to go to bed yet. And then I watch all my favorite channels. I do. I do. Jaira, welcome, welcome, my friend. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here to support me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you're from Nepal? Wow. Wow. What time is it over there, my friend? I'm from the Georgia, USA. Giovanni, welcome, 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 and happy to have you here. And But one of the things I no longer do, and I was doing it for a while, is I was talking a lot about current events, all the stuff that's going on in the news and everything, which is what everybody wants to talk about. But I did it in a roundabout way because we have to be very mindful here on social media, what we say, how we say it. So I would tell grandma stories with a deeper meaning. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't do that now because, well, they 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 just started taking a bunch of my friends away. And when I did that, and I would wake up the next morning, it was like, oh my gosh, I lost 200. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, go back to just wisdom and inspiration, what I know how to do best. And because here on social media, it's their platform, so we have to do what they want us to do within reason. And so I do. I love the rain. I do, Jero. I do. I love it. I love it. Thank you, GV. Thank you. You'll love GV's channel. She's wonderful. She really, really is. Thank you, GV. Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, twice today I did a live stream plus the midterm exam, which was big, huge. I had to prepare for that several days in a row. I spend a lot of time behind the computer preparing. And I have other classes too. Then I'm an artist, and then I get out and exercise. I'm always exercising. Then I have a family. Then I have to clean my big house here. My house is huge, and we're like the Munsters. I mean, for those that's been on my channel a while, if you go on some of my videos, yeah, I get it. I understand Martin midlife. That's exactly what I'm doing now because I got the glitch again, and that happened to me once before when I did the current event type of thing. So I'm just done with that. It's not worth it to me. And I've seen other people lose their channels and other people get suspended. And I don't do anything. I mean, I just tell grandma stories. Like I talked about the Great Depression of 1929 or the Spanish flu of 1919. But it's kind of in reference. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of in reference. I mean, people who are smart can hear what I'm saying. And so I think that technically I didn't do anything wrong. But, I mean, I stayed within the guidelines of, everything, but they don't like it. So I just do what they want me to do and stay with wisdom and grandma stuff. You know, and that's what I do. That's what I do. And old lady with an attitude. Old lady with an attitude. That's me. I'm an old lady with an attitude. And I don't mind getting old. People say, well, one lady said today in my other live stream that she felt like she was getting old and old looking. And I said, you know what? I don't care if I look 100 years old as long as I'm healthy. I am rich as long as I'm healthy. I don't care how old I am. I don't care how old I look as long as I feel good. As long as I feel good. I don't care how old I look, as long as I feel good. I want to feel good. And that's the most important thing to me at this age. I've been young. I've had all that. I've had those amazing moments in life. I mean, if you knew my early years, my 20s and my 30s, oh my goodness. Did I have a great time? I sure did. I sure did. And I've done that. I've been there, done that. So, I talk a lot about, if you have completed parts of your life, you no longer crave that part. You appreciate it. You cherish the memories, but you can move on. It's people that have not completed parts of their life that need to go back. And I'm going to tell you a little story. My daddy, when he was in his 80s, he started collecting little wind-up toys, like the jumping frogs and the jumping parrots and all that. You wind them up. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you. And I got to thinking, why was Daddy collecting toys? He was collecting toys because he grew up in the Great Depression and he had never had a toy, never had a toy. That part of him had never been completed. So at 82 or 83 or 84 years old, he was collecting toys to complete that part of his life. And there's been parts of my life that I went back later and completed. And so I think when your tank is full, then you're not hungry. And there's different tanks that we have. We have different emotional tanks. And so yeah, so I'm happy. That's why I talk a lot about being older, is because you know, I have I haven't missed out on anything, let's put it that way. And I've been married 30 years, and I had a wonderful marriage. We've had a wonderful marriage. Would I ever get married again? Never, ever, ever, because I would not want to. I've had an amazing marriage. That part of me is filled, and I hope we have 70 years of marriage. I hope we keep on going. But for me, I think when you're older, and you've been blessed, then and you've done the things that you've wanted, you're able to move forward rather than backwards. But there's nothing wrong with moving backwards to complete something. That's what I've done many times, like my daddy did. So yeah. Yep, every day brings something beautiful. You're so right. You're so right. Yep, it does. It does. It really does. And you'll meet beautiful people. If you can't find any in person, just get on one of, there's so many channels. Stick with my channel. You'll meet a lot of wonderful people. You really will. Um, Thank you, Martin Midlife. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, getting older, like I said, the only thing that is important to me is to feel good. That's it. That's it. Um, you know, we're all going to get wrinkles. Oh, GV, you have a premiere in a few minutes. Do you want to drop your premiere here, GV? Do you want to drop your link? You're welcome to. GV has a premiere, everybody. I do hope you support her premiere, okay? Um, you're welcome to drop the link, GV. You're welcome to. Um, yeah, so, my channel, like I said, it's about inspiring others to find their own answers. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. You have to find your own answers in life. That's it. That's it. You find your own answers, and sometimes we have to search for a while, and that's okay. Thank you, Pinye in Tokyo. Thank you so much. Oh, Arnie, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. Arnie, I mean, we never know. We never know. But I want to tell you something today. In between my college and in between my live streams and in between my running and in between going out to dinner and all this other stuff, I had a little Bible study over the phone with, there's a church that calls me up once a week. And on Thursdays, we have like a little mini Bible study. And yes, Vanessa, find me on Answers. My answer, I want to know. Yes, there's always, Vanessa, we have purpose. We have purpose. God has given each one of us purpose, and we have purpose. We may not always know what our purpose is. Welcome, Sean. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. We may not always know our purpose, but I can tell you, we all have purpose. We all have purpose. And God has a plan for all of our lives, for every one of us. And we have our own unique situations. We have our own unique blessings, our own unique challenges. Um, and God uses those. God uses our challenges just as much as he uses our blessings. He uses those. That is what makes us who we are, and that's what makes us special. I can tell you, I have gone through some pretty challenging moments in my life. And oh, thank you, Thaddeus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you, Thaddeus. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I've gone through my challenging moments, and so people say, "Oh, you don't know what it's like." Um, uh, but you don't know what it's like. But I have been through my share in life. I have been through my share, and when you go through um, difficult and challenging moments, it makes you a better person. It can make you a worse person or a better person, depending on the direction that you take it. depending on the direction that you take it. And I take it in a positive direction. I find out what I can learn. Um, Arnie, you're pretty young yet, so in the Bible study, we were talking about how God designed the body to heal itself. And, many times our bodies can, you like when we get a cut, on it will eventually heal if we let it heal. And it may take some time. And so I always pray, that we, whether it's through the doctors or however we do it, that we heal. Or like my friend says, after the age of 70, your doctor becomes your best friend, and the ER is the place you hang out with your friends. I hope that's not true, but that's what my over 70 friend says. There might be an element of truth to that, I'll tell you. And my 90-year-old friend, she says, you go to bed with one thing and you wake up with another. She's talking about ailments. She said, you never know what you're going to wake up with. And every day it changes. It's something like you never realized you had before on your body. And she will be 91. She drives her own car. She mows her own grass. She just went through a major surgery. She refused to stay in the hospital after a major surgery and came home and took care of herself. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. She's so strong, so amazing. Welcome, One Punch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you got to keep your sense of humor through life, but especially when you get older. You really do. And I had another friend, he was in his 70s. He and his wife lived next door when we lived in another home. And I said to him, Mr. Michael, what do you do about your ailments? He said, I ignore them. He said, I ignore them. I said, you ignore your ailments? He said, I ignore them. He said, I got all kinds, but I ignore them. I'm not suggesting that, but that's what he said. And he had such a great sense of humor. He really, really, he really did. But we do go through things in life. We really, really do. I mean, we do go through things, and that's just life. It's life. And, I've been through mine. And, I remember times in my life where I was laying on the floor crying, When my mother came to live with us in Texas, when we were in Texas, we were getting ready to move. We didn't know we were going back to Georgia yet. And we ended up in a brand new town in Georgia that we had never lived before, ultimately. And my mother we had to bring my mother across country in diapers because she got ALS and Parkinson's. And she was living in California. And my husband drove out, picked her up, brought her back to Texas. I was homeschooling my 3 small children at the time. And she was falling down and she was in diapers and she was hysterical. And I took care of my mother for 3 years. The last year, we had to put her in a nursing home because she had tubes in her and she couldn't stay at home because those tubes needed, nursing care. And, but I was over there twice a day to supervise. And it was a very tough time. I remember when she came to live with us, she was so sick. I went out and I did a wonderful job taking care of her, and I was homeschooling my kids and everything else and moving across country. And I remember going in my backyard and just sitting down and crying and crying and crying. I just felt like the weight of the world was on me, But I'm glad I took care of my mom. And I've done videos on that called Caregiver, Taking Care of Mom, I've done a lot of videos. I have 4,500 videos up. So if you name the subject, I probably have done either the subject on it or close to it. I've done health crises, marriage crisis, all kinds of crises. Yeah, it was a very, very bad thing. She had both. And it was very, very challenging to take care of someone that's sick. But I did. And because she wanted to be at home. And we had a mother-in-law suite in that house. And we had 2 houses, different houses we had moved to. And we had mother-in-law suites in both of them. But it came to the point where she was bedridden. And when she got bedridden, I would not have been able to leave the house. And I had 3 small children. And plus she had tubes and everything. So yeah, nursing homes are not good. That's why, I mean, in many of them, I should say, not all, but many. And that's why, Arnie, I ended up going over twice a day, because one of the things I stress is when you go to the doctor, you go to the hospital, you go to anything, you must have an advocate. Tots, welcome, and Dab Arcs Cods, welcome, welcome. Um, Thank you, GV. Thank you. Good luck. Best wishes on your premiere, my friend. Best wishes. Thank you. Thank you, GV, for coming. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. So I talk a lot about advocacy. If you look at my videos called Advocacy, having an advocate, it's extremely important. Let me give you an example. When I'm a great advocate. I'm the best advocate anybody could have, in my opinion. And yet, let me tell you, um, let me tell you what happened with me. I went, welcome, Smiley. I haven't seen you forever, my friend. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what happened, what was I saying? I can't remember now. I get, it's not Alzheimer's. It's called distraction. It's called distraction. Um, but yeah, it's, when you're reading the stream and you're talking, I lose my train all the time of what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, because someone will ask a question or make a comment, and then I go back to what that's the problem about doing live streams, you know. But I write everything down. Everything I write down. Everything is written down for me. It's all written down. I write my notes down in the morning. Everything is written down. So, um, but yeah, yeah, yeah. So, taking care of an elderly parent is not an easy thing to do. But I've made all these videos. I've talked, about just about every subject I can think of. Well, they come to me. I don't have to think of a subject to talk about because I'm inspired to talk about it. That's a big difference. I don't have to dig in and say, okay, what am I going to talk about today? I don't do that. If I didn't have something to talk about, I wouldn't do a video. But I always have something to say. I'm always inspired with something, and so I've done so many different topics, a lot of topics. So, yeah. But now this is StreamYard. And the reason I like StreamYard is when you decide you're going to bring somebody else up, like the other night I was on here 2 nights ago. Was it 2 nights ago? Yeah. Carla came up. And so when you do a live stream, when you do it, it's nice to have someone else to work off of, because doing a live stream, you can run out of things to say. Eventually you run out of things to say, or you get distracted like I do. You're reading the chat, and then you're giving blue wrenches, and then you come back to think about what you were saying. You don't remember what you were saying, So, oh, thank you, Arnie. Thank you for being such a great listener. Thank you. Okay, so I went to the hospital. I had the nosebleed. And long story short, I pulled a back muscle, part of being over 60, and I took ibuprofen. Ibuprofen has aspirin in it. And I didn't think about it, and I can't take aspirin. Ended up with a massive nosebleed. Passed out on the bathroom floor. My son and husband called 911. They came in and hauled me off down grandma's driveway, and away I went in the ambulance. But I got to the hospital, and they wouldn't let my husband in, with all the restrictions now, until I got into an ER room. They had me in the hallway because they had a bunch of people at the time. So we were all in the hallway on these gurneys. They stuck a big clothespin on my nose, and I'm, covered in red stuff. And you can't be a great advocate for yourself. I don't care who you are. And I'm the best advocate, but you can't be your own best advocate. And in many situations when you're vulnerable. And I got, I said, this is unacceptable, unacceptable. And I had red stuff going all over the place. and people were getting sick from it. Welcome, Peter. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And Nary TV, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. And so it was a mess. So they finally got me a room, but they wouldn't let my husband in. And let me tell you, once my husband got in there, he didn't even say a word. He just sat there. It's totally different. You know, an advocate doesn't even have to say a word. They can just sit there. It can be your grandmother just sitting there saying nothing. She can just be sitting there knitting, knitting. But when you have someone else, it makes all the difference in the world, all the difference. Because I was out there and I was saying, this is unacceptable, and I told them it was. And but once my husband got in there, he was my advocate. And normally I'm other people's advocates. My friends all use me as their advocate. I go, if they need to go to the doctors or something, I go with them. I go with them. And, but it's just having someone there. When you have another person there, it could be almost anybody, you get treated differently in most situations. You really, really do. So having an advocate is extremely important for a lot of reasons. Number two, an advocate can often hear what you're missing because you're very focused on certain things, and they often pick up what you may have missed, or they may remind you what you're missing to ask. So having an advocate is extremely important. I'm my husband's advocate. He's my advocate. And he says, I'm the best advocate anybody can have. And I really am. I'm very, very good with people. I'm very, I'll complain if I have to. But I, make sure that we get taken care of. I really, really do. And I'm not demanding, but I expect great treatment and of any kind. And so, but you need an advocate. So I've done videos on advocacy a lot, the importance of an advocate. And I was a great advocate for my mom. I've been a great advocate for a lot of people in my life. So have an advocate in place. Always have an advocate. And, I fortunately, I've got a family, and my family is all there for me. So, if I needed, anything, and I'm very grateful for that. Very, very grateful. So I'm trying to come back on here some kind of regular basis. And Arnie, I don't know where Brenda has been, because normally if I'm going to, I do check to make sure I'm not coming in on her time. Now, it's very hard when you're doing live streams to, you can't always. Hey, Michelle, welcome, 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 my friend. Another amazing channel. Michelle Shelley Style, Fashion Over 60. If you don't have her channel, you definitely want her channel. She has a wonderful, wonderful channel. She does fashion, and for women like me. Half the time I'm in my running gear and all that. So she's very stylish. You will love her channel. Yes, Martin Midlife, you have each other as each other's advocates, so you're very, very blessed. But a lot of people don't have an advocate, and you can be very, really, it can be very challenging when you don't have somebody. You need somebody, Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And so I'm trying to come on, some kind of regular basis. I mean, today I was on twice. I mean, I can't believe I've been on here twice. I used to come on twice every day. Every day I'd come on in the afternoon and come on at night. And I can't always do that, but especially with school right now because it's so busy. And but it's really nice. It really, really is nice. I really like coming on here. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Let me give you a blue wrench. There you go. And that's Pakchu TV. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah. So, sometimes I know people do 4 or 5 hours of live streams, and I'm not a 4 or 5 hour live stream. I do 1 hour and I have to go to bed. I have to go lay down after a live stream, or take a bubble bath at least. And tonight I'll take my bubble bath, and then I'll, I do little things. Grandma always did her dishes at night. Like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 1 o'clock in the morning, she did her little dishes. She had a little dish pan. She didn't have a dishwasher. And she did her dishes at night. That was her relaxed time, was to do her dishes. She'd say, "Oh no, don't worry about the dishes. I'll do them tonight." And she always did her dishes because she would stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning because they had a coal stove in the kitchen, and somebody always had to tend to it. Either it would go out, but most of all, she was worried about fire, so she did not ever go to bed until Grandpa was up. And once he was up, she went to bed. So she went to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning. So she did her dishes at night. She did. And I wouldn't mind becoming, if it wasn't for college, I would become a night person, a person who stayed up all night and then actually slept during the day. My sister was like that. She did that. And I kind of like that. I have a friend, and she's a good friend of mine, and she does that. She goes to bed about 7 or 8 in the morning, and then she sleeps till like 2, 3, or 4 in the afternoon, and then she gets up. So there's something kind of fun about that. I don't know what it is, you know. I remember staying up real late at night when I was like 13, and I would watch. Back then we only had a couple channels, and I would watch the old black and white Ginger Roger movies, or the Ma and Pa Kettle movies, or a Blondie and Dagwood. I love those old movies. I don't watch any of the regular TV. I watch old movies. I go to YouTube and I watch old TV shows from the 50s, the black and white ones. I love those old TV shows, the old soap operas with the old organ music. Remember those? I grew up on those. I love them. I love them. Well, everyone, I wanted to come on, and I'm going to go off of here in a second. I'm going to go take my bubble bath. I got into the staying up late routine. It made it difficult to make that's kind of why I don't do it, Michelle. Hey, Off Grid. Welcome, welcome. Now there's a channel. Oh my gosh, you and Martin Midlife. I'm telling you, Martin Midlife, you need to connect with Paul and Adrian down here. Their channel has, oh my gosh, what are you, 35,000 now? I mean, it just took off. It just took off. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys are just like, whew. And see, for me, I'm stuck. I grow about 200 a day, but they take them back or they don't budget, and that's okay. Hey, Matthew Coombs, I haven't seen you forever. Great to have you. Thank you, my friend, for showing up. Thank you. And so oh my goodness, Vanessa. So you are leaving your job. Are you retiring, or is it phasing out, or that is really I hope you're retiring rather than phasing out and starting a new chapter to your life, a new wonderful chapter. And yes, Michelle, Off Grid desert farming. I remember when they were, oh my goodness, like I think 3 or 4,000, and now they're at around 35,000. So yeah. And then you've got Martin Midlife. I mean, they went from 900 when I first met them, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and now they're well over 10,000. So, amazing, absolutely amazing. Well, happy birthday, Matthew, happy birthday. My son's name is Matthew. I have a Matthew and a Marshall and a Melissa. The three M's. And thank you. Well, I am going to go, and yeah, Michelle, that might work. And but thank you so much. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you, Matthew. Matthew, I'm going to try to be coming on every night, or most nights, or some nights, or I've been coming on during the day now again, and I'm trying to come back on at night. And hey, Mama Cookie. Hey. Oh, I have a great attitude, Mama Cookie. It's the only kind of attitude to have. An old lady with a great attitude. That's the kind of attitude, old ladies should have. A lot of laughter, a lot of positivity, and great attitude over the age of 60, and Yes, Michelle is beautiful. She has got a beautiful personality. You will love her channel. Like I said, I have fantastic channels that are connected to my channel. So if you come enough to the live streams or you go into my videos, and you see comments, I have some very amazing people, because people who follow my channel are positive minded people. You know, Barb's Nil, thank you for coming. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And and so if you come here, you're going to meet a lot of really great people, because people who are not great are not going to hang around my channel. Okay? Because this is a channel about living your best life, even with challenges and difficulties. No matter what challenges and difficulties you're facing, finding your own way to your own best life. And that's what my channel is about. And so you're going to meet wonderful people, and anybody else is just not going to stay here, unless they want to become positive, because, it rubs off on you in a good way. Who you hang out with rubs off on you. And I mean, I noticed that one day I was talking to a neighbor, and all of a sudden I started talking like her. I mean, it's just like people rub off on you, and positivity will rub off on you. And so will negativity. So you want to keep with the positive people, not being unrealistic, but just being positive, even with circumstances, not denying circumstances, but learning to work circumstances to the best of your favor. That's what we do. Well, I am going to go, okay? And I do thank you so much for coming. Be looking for me. I've been on in the after, maybe I'll start coming on twice a day sometime. I can't predict the exact time though. So I'm not a person that sends out notices and says I'm going to be on at a certain time. I give you about a 5-minute notice at most. And that's it, because I just come on. I don't come on necessarily at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Sometimes it could be, you know, um, 8:46. It could be an odd number. I just pop on. And so, you have to kind of keep your eyes open for me, but I'm trying to come on. I really am. I missed being here, but I was just too busy. And so now I'm kind of getting my schedule more balanced. And so I'm hoping just to be here more often. And so thank you all. And let me give you a blue wrench before I leave, my friend. Because so if you want to drop your link, I'll give you a chance to drop your link here. Oops, let me get you there. And oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Um, oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Martin Midlife. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I really that's right. I agree. So sometimes we have to take the negative and not deny it, but we work with it to the best of our ability. We find a way to turn even a negative into something that we can work with. You know what I'm saying? That's sometimes it's very difficult and challenging to do that, but we do. Hey, welcome, welcome, my friend. Welcome. I'll give you a blue wrench there too. And that's Ron Mower. And but yes, life is not always easy. And so my channel doesn't, one thing I don't like about some positive channels is that they deny reality. They deny harsh reality. And life can be harsh. Life can be very difficult. And yet, like Grandma said, she said, life can be hard. And so it's what you do with it that's going to matter. It's what you do with it. And thank you, Ron Mower. Thank you so much. Thank you. And so that's the thing. You just want to take your life and make it the best you can with what you've got. And remember, your life is not going to look like someone else's. You have different blessings and different challenges. We all do. We all have different challenges. We all have different blessings. We all have different circumstances. So no one's life is going to look the same. So people goes, oh, I wish I had their life. I want their life. Look at them. I should be doing what they should be. No, you shouldn't. You should be doing what you should be doing. What's right for your life. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody. Much love. May God bless you. And until next time, from my house to yours, I hope to talk to you soon again. And thank you. Bye-bye.